am I doing this again? Accountability. I've been really slack on doing makeup and just like doing a lot of things. So I'm trying to get back into the habit of actually doing my makeup, actually taking the time to make myself look better, feel better, not necessarily just look better. Like, I'm fine with how I look. I want to feel better, and doing makeup is one of those things, but I've been like super out of practice. So if this is bad, it's bad. Sorry. Nobody's perfect. Definitely not me. Fun story, I used to have a shirt when I was in like middle school, and it said, "I'm not perfect, but I'm about as close to perfect as you can get." And it was really funny. I wasn't trying to be like full of myself or anything. It literally just, that's what it was. It was a shirt, and I thought it was funny. It's just how it is. Sometimes you think things are funny that other people don't. So, you know, it's fine. So I completely forgot to tell you, I've already washed, moisturized, eye cream, serum, all that stuff. So that's already done. I did put on a primer, and it's not filmed. So sorry, you just don't get to see that. But I mean, you're just putting on primer. It's not like it's something that you truly need to know. So, side note on that one, I had a makeup artist a long time ago that came into the store, and they were like, "Oh, why don't you bend your little spoolies?" And I'm like, why would I bend my spoolie? Like, that's dumb. But I didn't do it on purpose. It kind of accidentally happened, and I've got to say, it has made my life about 1,000,000 times easier when doing my brows. I can't necessarily say that there's a reason why, it just does. It's just makeup, it's no big deal. We worked at a makeup store. You gonna tell me makeup ain't a big deal? It's all we do. But it's okay. I get what she was saying. Like, I understand it. She would say it a lot, especially during like Black Friday or like holiday time. Super stressful times when we were all like at each other's throats, and you know, the normal stuff that happens when you work with 30 other women and like one guy who was like never at half of the meetings because he didn't work in the store. He worked in a different part of the store, not the main part. So, you know, he didn't come to a lot of this stuff, and he didn't have to. It wasn't his job. So it was interesting. Much like life, if you can't find the interesting things, it's not worth doing it, right? Something has to interest you. Everybody has an interest. Everybody has something that they're like really into, they care about a lot. That was makeup for me for like a really long time. Like, I worked there for 8 years, so that was a long time to be interested in makeup. And fun story, I didn't even wear makeup when I first started there. Not at all. Nothing. Not one thing. Didn't like it. Wasn't into it. Wasn't my forte. Honestly, didn't know that I truly wanted to work there. I just was without a job. They were hiring. And the best part about that is I literally went in for my interview. Did my interview. They were like, "Oh, it's between you and one other person. The other person has experience in retail," and at that time I had no experience from retail. All of my previous work had just been food service, which I've been trying to figure out what kind of makeup look I want to do. I'm just going to do like a super simple look. For this look though, I do have to have like the redness covered in my eyes. Kind of spreading that around. I'm not making it perfect. It don't have to be perfect. Life ain't perfect. Neither are you. Neither am I. Makeup ain't gotta be neither. It can be close to it. That's the point of makeup. but it ain't gonna be perfect. If anybody tells you that it does, they lying. Like, straight. Why are you lying? My brushes are a mess. So we've been here in this house for like, what is it, September? So we've been here like 4 months, almost 5, going on 5. Right at 5 maybe? I don't know. Like 4 or 5, somewhere in there. Not that long, but long enough that I should have my makeup organized, and yet I don't. I completely 100% do not. It is still all over the place. I have like certain products that I know exactly where they are because whenever I do decide to do makeup, I use those every time. But that's not today. I'm literally just putting this like creamy whatever color, this one right here, that light as crap one that is still darker than my skin because I'm white, like white. Like, can you see how white that is? That's my concealer. My concealer. Anyway, literally just setting that. That's out of the Smashbox, like the photo matte. I used to love this thing. I love Smashbox in general. Smashbox products are the shit. But I don't have that many of them anymore. I got rid of a lot of my stash about a year ago when I first left work, because I didn't need all the makeup anymore. It was kind of taking up space. We had like a little 1-bedroom apartment, taking up a lot of space. And I just didn't use it, so it wasn't worth having it around. I gave some of it away. Some of it I did sell, because I mean, a $50 palette, I'm not just gonna like hand that over to a stranger. But I did let my husband's family go through it and get what they wanted and stuff, and then whatever was left, I was like, okay, whatever. Well, like my neighbors and stuff have some too. They're not my neighbors anymore. So I moved. Just said that, remember? Okay. But they weren't like super into makeup at the time, so they didn't really want a lot of it. But now that I'm not there, they're like getting into makeup and they're like, oh my god, do you have makeup? I'm like, no. And you should have, like, a year ago. Come on now. So I have my mirror like right here, and this is like one of those really old mirrors that like your mom used to use, or like your grandma. Just depends on how old you are, because some of these people like really young. But it's just like one of those older ones with the light bulbs around the side, and like you can flip the mirror into like one side is zoomed in and one side's not. I say zoomed in, it's magnified. See, phones, we are too technical up in here. Also, I sold phones for like 6 months. I don't know, I guess probably close to like 9 months total between 2 different companies. I sold cell phones and cell phone service and accessories and like pretty much anything that the electronics department at Walmart just didn't know I would do, because it's Walmart. What more do you need to know, right? Don't get me wrong, I love me some Wally World. I'm in there all the time because their prices are just cheaper. But yeah, the employees sometimes they'll leave you wanting more, you know? I'm like hitting everything over here, readjusting some new stuff. That's fine, way along for the ride. It's cool. Apparently my TV cut off, so my animals may or may not be in here in a minute because there's no noise, and they're gonna be like, oh, mommy's in there talking, let's see what she's doing. I'm honestly surprised they haven't been in here already, but they've been in trouble today, so that's probably why they're not in here right now, because they know they're in trouble. And they're like, let's not really mess with mommy right now because she's not happy with us. You're dang right I'm not happy with you. I'm like really not happy. Still love them, but not happy. But you know, that's like the way of life, right? Especially if you have children. Like, I don't have children. I have fur children. But I have 3 nieces that I was there for a large portion of their life. Like, literally lived with them, stuff like that. But, you know, I love them like my own children, so. This is the Chartist Pro to Go. I've literally had this forever. Can you tell? Like, I love it. Can you tell exactly where I hold it? Because that's kind of funny. I've never noticed that before. It's exactly where I hold it. She been through some stuff. She pretty. Right? Right? She pretty. She hitting pan over here. That's what she's doing. But I'm just... I used the dark color, it's called Stylin, out of that. And previously I used a Napoleon, it's the color disc in Amazon Jungle. Y'all, this is like old as crap. Not really. I bought this on clearance when Ulta was discontinuing it 6 years ago, 7 years ago. Might even be longer than that, I'm not sure. It's been a hot minute. But I absolutely love this stuff. So I bought like multiples of this. I bought multiples of the nude lip gloss, the red lipstick, and Aphrodite because I loved that stuff. That was like my go-to forever. But the color disc is something that you could actually use on your eyes, your cheeks, wherever. So I loved it. And they were on clearance for like $3. Because they were completely discontinuing the line, so unfortunately I can't buy anymore, which is why I bought a ton when I could, so. But anyway, it was a nice little side moment, right? I'm gonna go in with crisp, because I'm wanting it to be a crisp fall day. It is not, but we're gonna pretend that it is, girl. We're gonna pretend that it is, because it's hot as balls out there. Like, hot in Topeka. I really hope somebody understands that. Like, I feel like no one knows what that is these days. That was like a big thing when I was in college, though. It was like the hot in Topeka, and we would literally, yeah, we would literally say that everywhere that we went. We would be like, it's hot in Topeka, and people would be like, you're on crack. That's what it is. You're on crack. No, y'all. I'm home, Jesus. Praise the Lord. The Lord. I promise, y'all, this is tea in here. This is just literally how I am. Sorry. So I'm actually gonna use the Benefit Rockateur. Y'all, it's even still got my name on it and everything. Like, you know that's some gratis. You know I didn't pay for this. It was gratis. I ain't gonna lie, it was gratis. So this, okay, with that complexion, girl, I can't wear that as a blush. I can't wear it as a blush. I can't wear it as a, like, nothing. None of that. Like a highlighter, a bunch of people wear it as a highlighter. I can't do that. I'm too dang pale. Ooh, dang pale. So, I use this as an eyeshadow. Now, I do use this as a topper over blush occasionally. If I am doing a look that has a super dark blush on it, because I have this one blush that is super dark, and I love that thing. I don't use contour when I use that one because it's so dark. But I love it. It's beautiful. But if I use that, I will put the Rockateur on top of it to top it off. But today ain't that day, girl. Today ain't that day. So I'm literally just like packing it all over the lid, like no specific shape, no rhyme or reason. Well, I mean, there's obviously a rhyme or reason because there's gotta be a rhyme or reason. Okay, just whatever. But yeah, like I'm not doing like a cut crease. I'm not like, oh, and let's be super precise. Let's get right here, just right in that 1 centimeter right there above that 234th lash. No, that ain't me. I ain't doing it. It's not how I do my makeup. So just gonna pop a little gold. It's hype. Just gonna pop a little of that right in that middle because that's the kind of makeup I do. Yeah, I like that. That's good. I like that. That's nice. Yeah. See? Okay. I got real close with my eyes there. Did y'all enjoy it? Was it nice? Was it pretty? It's okay. You gotta tell me. I know it was. Okay. So it's time to do hair. Time to do the face now. So I'm gonna go take my hair down and dry it really fast, like partially dry it, and then I'll be back. Allow me to put my hair up. Okay. Oh, just like knocking everything over. If you knew me back a long time ago, I ain't gotten less clumsy. I'm still clumsy. Okay. Foundation. This is my favorite part. So I've already primed. I primed using the Japanesque primer. I was really sad that Japanesque isn't there anymore. They apparently went to be a drugstore brand. I don't think they're doing too well as a drugstore brand. I think they're a little overpriced for a drugstore brand, to be honest. They were borderline overpriced as a prestige brand. Love them to death. It's like my hands down. Japanesque primer with the Japanesque foundation and the setting powder. That shit was bomb. That was my favorite combination ever. I always said I wanted to work for a makeup brand. Never got the chance to because I worked for a makeup store. When you work for the store, you can't work for an individual brand. They also can't poach you. That's like a rule they have, which sucks because I really wanted to work for some brands. Japanesque was one of those that I was like 100% in love with that brand. Loved it. It was so good. It was like my favorite thing ever. I wore it every day. Anytime it went on sale, I bought it. That was my jam. At one point, I had like 3 bottles of it. Like, it was so good. That was seriously my go-to. I loved it. And they discontinued it. And I didn't know. No one told me. I was real sad when I found out. Honestly, a little sad. A little upset. I really feel like somebody should have told me. I feel like all them people I worked with for all those years, they knew I loved that. They knew it. They knew it. They didn't do nothing about it. They didn't tell me. Okay, there was no message, no phone call, no tweet. I don't use Twitter. I don't even know why I said in a tweet, but you get the picture. Nobody told me. No one told me. No one. No, but I mean, I was sad. So, moral of the story: tell a girl. Tell them. Okay, you see something's going on sale, even if you don't like it, you spread that word. Spread it like herpes. Don't spread it like herpes. That's bad. Don't do that. It's actually really gross. A routine I saw today, and I want to try it to see, because it's somebody I follow on Instagram, and she has amazing makeup. Her skin's beautiful, and she also has like really expensive makeup, so I would hope that it looks good, right? I don't have super expensive makeup. Half of my makeup was either given to me or is from a drugstore. Like, it's cheap, but I think that's what makes us special, because I don't use nothing like super crazy. But anyway, this is not my normal routine, so I honestly have no idea how this is going to turn out. Like I said, I'm following what they do, not what I do. I watched this video earlier today and I was like, okay. Keep in mind it was in German and I don't speak German. But I watched it like 7 times. Probably more than that, but I'm just, you know, random number. A lot. I watched it a lot. So that I could try to recreate it today. Because that's just what I do. Honestly, I get bored. I get tired of doing the same thing over and over again, so I watch what other people do. This looks so funny. This is crazy. This is hilarious. But I watch what other people do, and I try to mimic it to the best of my abilities. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it is a shit show. You know, it happens. It's fine, whatever. I can admit that it doesn't work. There than some people, they can't admit that they're wrong. Can't admit it. I can admit that I'm wrong. Do I like it when I'm wrong? No. Who does? Who likes it when they're wrong? But I can admit it. I'll probably be the first one to tell you I was wrong. I shouldn't have done it. But here's why I did. I'm that girl. I'm that person. I justify everything. I justify anything that I do. I try to justify stuff that other people do. I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing to try to justify stuff. Unless you're trying to justify, like, killing somebody. Don't do that. It's not good. Like, I'm not going to justify that for you, but, like, or, like, stealing. I'm not going to, well, there's, like, rare instances. Like, if your child is starving and you have absolutely no money and your only option is to steal a loaf of bread so that they can eat something, I can justify that. I can. I really can. But, like, oh, they posted something the other day and I feel like it was about me. So then I was rude to them and I did, no, I'm not justifying that. I was dumb. That's dumb. You're dumb for that, you know? You're dumb. You deserve whatever they're giving you. If you don't like it, tough titties. I don't remember who the first person that told me that was. Tough titties. I want to say it was in like middle school or high school or something before I even heard that. Then again, growing up, I grew up in different areas of the same area, and that makes no sense. But like, if you're from here, like, you understand, like, I grew up originally in Seneca, which is like the big city version of a small town, I guess you'd say, sort of. But then I moved out to the actual country, like farms everywhere. Everyone wore freaking boots. I ain't talking about them cute like Jessica Simpson ones. I had some of those. They were great. I loved them. But I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about like real boots with cow and chicken shit on them when they come to school. Their Carhartt jacket, all that stuff, right? Like, they get up at the crack of dawn, go and fetch the eggs, feed the chickens, water the pig. I don't know what you do. I didn't live on a farm. I just lived in that area. I didn't live on a farm. I don't know. But they like legit did that stuff. So like I went from like the country city to like the country. You know, my cat is literally like right here. And she's literally just standing there staring me down like, you're on crack. What are you doing? Yeah. She's like real mad at me. Or she could just be kind of hungry. Like, it's almost time for them to eat. They usually eat like an hour or so before we do, so it's about time for them to eat. Like, I can understand why she'd be feeling like that. Why she'd be giving me those looks. Giving me those looks like, you too busy over there talking to yourself. We over here just waiting for dinner time. You're just over there talking about chicken shit on your boots. So what happens. That's how it is. I 100% lost this brush right now. I feel like it's right in front of me. I really truly do. I feel like it's going to be right in front of me. And I'm 100% early. Y'all, it was in my hand the whole time. The whole time. I'm losing it. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Okay. On to the next step. So next, they contoured their nose in a very weird way that I've never seen. But their nose always looks like beautiful, like snatched to the gods. Okay, it looks beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna go with it. We're gonna go with it. That's fine. We're gonna go with it. Now is the fun part. Now is when they go in with powder. This one you get to look like a crack corn. Okay? This one you get to look like a crack corn. It's everybody's favorite part. Everybody's favorite part. This is usually the part when my husband walks in and he's like, "What the hell are you doing right now?" That's what I look at him and said, "Snatching my nose." So like, when I watched this video, I was like, dude, she is contouring. She is just like all over her face. So we're gonna see how this goes. Girl, this is all over the face. All over it. But she was like, oh yeah, if you come all the way across on this, I hate your double chin. I personally feel like it's just gonna make this fat area look fatter. Just my personal opinion. We're gonna see how it goes. Okay, we're gonna see. Yes, I call out my own fat. My husband gets so mad at me. He's like, you're not fat, you're not fat. I'm like, you have to say that. Okay, you legally signed a paper that states if your wife says that her butt is big or she's fat, you have to be like, no, hun, you look beautiful, I love you, and bring her like pizza and chocolates, you know? Like, so I don't necessarily believe it when he says it. I know that's horrible to say, but I said it. What you gonna do about it? Like, girl, that is just straight up like a stripe. A stripe. I mean, we don't see how this does. Now, granted, she does put like a layer of foundation on over this, which I really didn't want to have to do because that's a lot of freaking makeup, right? But, I mean, if my face gets to look as bomb as hers, I'll do it. Contour to stay. I'm gonna go in with that darker color, just so I can. Oh, girl. That's dark. Alright, now we're gonna go in and we're gonna wipe out all of this powder. Just gonna lightly go in there. Run it the tip. I mean, I the fact that this area looks so dry. Like, so dry. Other than that, I mean, I ain't mad at it. It ain't too bad. It's okay. I can deal with it. Anyway, it's like one of my favorite blushes. She's pretty. She's pretty. Ready? Hey, babe. Really? We have cups. Probably. I have no idea where your stuff is right now. Did you find them?
I'm almost finished, buddy. Oh, shit. Did you have lunch?
No.
Okay. When I get back, guys, okay.
It comes in here like, oh, you still filming? Did I message you that I was done yet? No. So does that mean I'm still filming? Yes. Or it means I forgot, which is like totally possible too, but not in this case. So that's fine. Whatever. So something that she didn't do that I'm gonna do is I like to wet my brush in between putting on highlight. So I'm gonna go grab that. You see it? You see how dry? They're like Sahara Desert dry. Also, do you see how my lashes are like ridiculous right now? And then brows. Oh. Girl needs to be cleaned up. I ain't have the money, to be honest. I would say I haven't had the time. I've had time. I've had plenty of time. There's times like now where I have really like nothing else to do. Like I could go wash dishes, but I don't feel like doing that right now, so I'm wasting time doing makeup. But yeah, like these are times where I could go and like get them done. I just haven't had the money. It's kind of expensive, y'all. Being pretty is expensive, so I stick with being mediocre, and I'm good with that. Blend it out. Scooby. Now my dog today, this is why I'm mad at him. He ate my flip-flops. If you if you know me, you know I live in my flip-flops. And I'm also very picky about my flip-flops. Girl flip-flops. How many times am I gonna say it, right? Big lashes, I will use that. And it just helps to kind of like disperse the product through my lashes and like put it where it needs to go so that it's not clumped in one spot, and it kind of like goes up. And I like to think that it makes them like longer. I'm pretty sure it like completely doesn't. It's just in my head, but I like to think it does. Y'all just let me think it, okay? Just let me think it. I don't think a lot, so when I do, just let me have it. Let me have my moment. Don't take my moment. Okay, so I was definitely gonna do red. Totally can't find it, so I'm just gonna color my lips in. This is like a Wet n Wild something. I don't even know. I bought it on clearance. When like, what store is it? Rite Aid? Was it Rite Aid just went out? I don't know. Whatever company just went out of business. Or is like on its way to being out of business. Whatever. They're closing a bunch of them. I bought it there for like $1. Because I couldn't turn down $1 lip liner. Come on, it's $1. What's that when I had money? Girl is real. Struggle's real. She ain't perfect. Oh, it's hot. Like I literally went and like finished diffusing a few pieces because they were still kind of wet. Because I'm like majority dry and I just wanted to finish it up, so that's what I did. Now I'm like really hot. Like really hot. It's still not even, I'm not even gonna wear it. Okay. So, I hate NYX lip glosses. Like, I hate them. One, they're kind of sticky. I don't like sticky lip glosses. And two, they smell like crap. They smell awful. They're not as bad as L'Oreal, but they smell awful. So, okay, final look. With all the gray. Look at all that gray. Y'all, that ain't even nothing. Like, look at that. When I say I got a lot of gray, like I got a lot of gray. Okay. Oh, I forgot to give you that link. Ooh, I kind of like that because that shadow from my hand makes my jaw look like chiseled AF. Thanks, guys.